God accepted it, that you are great. He's here. He's written in black and white, as they say. The great Igbo race to the east of the Niger. The great Igbo race is here. They know you're great. Because Chukwu Abiyama has determined that we should come. Because Biafra is coming with us. We told them that we'll use sense, we'll use reason, we'll use logic to divide, decimate, dismember the zoological republic of Nigeria. Our facts are here, nobody can take it away from us. Of course, some are in safe deposit. Even if they come and kill me, even if they kill the entire staff of Radio Biafra, they cannot have it. Biafran children will have it forever and ever. It's here, we have it. They are finished. Completely finished. They are
from tomorrow. We have a lot of things to deal with. For those of us talking about one Nigeria, is a country full of hate. When I mean hate, it's hatred to the utmost degree. And I don't know why they keep talking about one Nigeria. It sickens me. I will get to that. And today, CAPO Daniel will be with me in an hour's time at the top of the hour. So, before then, we will discuss this with him. There's some announcement from the HOD and with regard to expelled members of IPOB. Expelled members of IPOB that go about issuing instructions. It was with regard to the position they are taking. They have been expelled and no longer are they important. Whatever we do, we follow directions. We follow directions. These people use a wrong website and all that stuff. And we're going to let these people know that once you're out, you're out. And the only chance of coming back is redressing yourself. Redress yourself. So, CAPO Daniel will be here very soon. So, let us go to the bottom of our broadcast so you will know. The hatred is too much. It is unbearable. If that is the case, why are people deceiving themselves that they are talking about the election? This is your country. And one thing people must know is that all over Biafra land, it comprises of the old eastern region. The old eastern region. Do you see how they have carved out all Biafra lands? And they are making you seem look as if Biafra land is just 5 states. They are enforcing it on you every day by saying Southeast. The disturbance we are talking about is with regard to the BBC. With regard to BBC's false statement and the African service, where they are saying that Kuka was abducted in the Southeast. This is a blatant lie. Kuka did not come to Southeast. Kuka did not set his foot in Biafra land. and they pinpointed Southeast. Why will we have Southeast anyway? They make sure that they drown in with the state issue, Southeast. And they are trying to tell you that's Igbo. Asaba is Igbo. Part of Kogi is Igbo. Iguacha is Igbo. Part of Calabar, Igbo. But they are not telling you that. They butcher the Biafra land and pitch us against one another, and we are not addressing the issue. The moment we start addressing the issue, the better off we'll be. Let this be an eye-opener to these people that are talking about South, rivers, name it. Listen to this. It's full of hate. People translated it. And those of you that hear Hausa, hear Fulani, whatever it is, you be the witness. You tell the people what you are listening to. How they murder you, how they come to your land, they attack you. But they will have the nerves to accuse you of the crimes they are committing. The crimes they are committing are the crimes they level on you. That you are the culprit. That you are the one committing the crime.
Ba haka suke faɗi ba? Mu muna cikin wanda muke kira don girman Allah a raba Najeriya. Don girman Allah a taimake mu a raba Najeriya. Mu ina magana da yawun musulmi kuma ina magana da yawun 'yan arewa. Mu a matsayinmu na musulmi ba mu da bukatar zama da inyamurai. Ba mu da bukatar zama da inyamurai. Ibo ba abokin zama ba ne, ba mutanen arziki ba ne. Bari in ba ku misalai kaɗan don mu wuce. Ka duba ka ga yadda mutanen nan suke arziki a ƙasar. Na yi magana ce wani hate speech. Kake cewa wai hate speech, ai mu speech din kawai muke yi, su kashe mu suke yi. Kwanan nan aka kama Ibo yana yin muryar Fulani yake yi, yana kashe mutane da sunan Fulani. Ba mu ba, Takumbu Asari ya fito ya ce babu wani Bafulatani da yake kashe mutane a kasar Ibo. Ƙarya ake, me yasa su Fulanin ba su kashe su ba? Me yasa kadai kasar Ibo suke kashewa? Ba gaskiya bane. Wannan wani sharri ne, in ji shi fa, wani sharri ne da Ibo suka kulla. Ba mutumin da yake da greediness, tsabagen son zuciya kamar Ibo. Duk inda ka zauna da shi sai dai ya cuce ka kafin ku zauna lafiya. Wannan yasa ba mu da bukatar zama da su. Sun cika Kano, sun cika Katsina, ga su a Sokoto, sun cika Abuja, ga su a Naija. Ko ina Ibo sun cika, amma su ba ka zama garin su ka zauna lafiya. Mun yi wannan kalubale kuma muna ƙara yi. A gwada mana wata kasuwa guda ɗaya wadda aka gina a ƙasashen jihohin Ibo, wanda musulmi ɗaya ke da shago, wanda ɗan arewa ɗaya ke da shago. Idan akwai a nuna mana. Muna son a nuna mana wani musulmi ɗan arewa da yake zaune a ƙasar Ibo yana zaune lafiya. A nuna mana shi. Kenan babu. Waɗannan mutane menene amfanin zama da su? Muna kira ga gwamnati a yi tsarin da za a yi don Allah a raba mu da Ibo, a raba mu da inyamurai, su kama gabansu, mu kama gabanmu a zauna lafiya. Irin wannan kisa da suke mana, kisan gilla, a nuna mana yaran mu kwance cikin jini. Muna cewa mabiya su yi haƙuri, wallahi akwai radda za mu sako su mu ce ku koya musu hankali. Ƙasar ta daɗe bata watsi ba. Idan ku gwamnati ne sai ku gwada mana a ranar ku gwamnati ne. Kenan akan mu kuke gwada ku gwamnati ne. Wai ana cewa unknown gunmen sunan su kenan. Yan bindigar da ba san su ba, wallahi mu ma muna iya ƙirƙiran yan bindigar da ba san su ba. Domin me abin da aka ce karen bana maganin zoben bana, to kaji haka karatun yake. Wannan abin da ake yi ana sane. Gwamnonin jihohin Ibo suna sane, da gangan suke bari ana kashe mutanenmu, da gangan da gangan suke bari, suna sane. Duk wanda ya ce ba sani ba ƙarya yake yi, sun sani. Gwamnatin tarayya tsoron su kuke ji ko yaya ne? Idan faran mu ya ɓaci, al'amura za su ɓaci, kuma dole mu ga mu gaskiya. Ku kuma 'yan arewa, musamman manyan arewa waɗanda suke fama da mugun munafurci, wai mutum bai san Allah bane ar-Razzaqu, wai idan an rabu ba mu da man fetur. Man fetur din me? Menene ko man fetur? Ana magana imani, kana magana man fetur. Saboda kai baka san Allah ba, mu ɗauka ma ba mu da man fetur, sai me? Su kawo man fetur su saida mana, mu saida musu akuya, mu saida musu bunsuru, mu saida musu rago, mu saida musu shanu, mu saida musu masara, mu saida musu wake. Ciniki ba haramun bane. Idan inyamuri zai shigo yankin mu sai yayi biza, idan muka kama shi ba biza mun nakaɗa mai dan uban kashi. Wallahi haka za a yi. Ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai, kuma ko kun kira mu so 10 kun ja kunnen mu, haka za mu gaya muku. Na san kuna jina, mu ba mu buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Muna fatan a raba Najeriya, kowa ikama gefensa, ba mu buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Idan ko ba haka ba, ku tsawata musu akan kashe mutanenmu, wallahi za mu ɗauki mataki. Amma wallahi ba za a ci gaba haka ba. Yanzu nan bayanin da ake mana a majalisar limamai, a nan Lafai ta jihar Naija, Lafai ina ce? Tsakiya arewa ce. Aka samu inyamuri ya kama yarinya musulma, ya kai ta ɗaki kwana 3, ya kwalkwala idanunta, ya kwalkwala farjinta, ya ainihin kashe ta, yanke hannunta. Ya jama'a, yanzu don Allah, idan aka samu bahaushe ɗaya ko musulmi ɗaya a ƙasar Igbo ya kama ɗiyarsu, ya yanke mata idanu, ya mata ta'addanci, ya kuke ganin za a ƙare?
Yes. Hatred from the core, hatred from the bottom of the stomach, and you are telling me one Nigeria. These people have nothing to contribute to your existence. You are contributing to their existence, which they in turn use in attacking you. And you are telling me you are conducting or you are running for election to be a president in such a country that is full of hate. By the way, if you have all this hate, why are you talking about one Nigeria? If you have so much hatred for the Igbos, Araba, I bet the government will not see it. If it's Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they will come after him. A hate speech, and he defended himself. If you like, call it hate speech. For people that understand what he's saying, you all hold off. No time to call. This is for these people that call themselves politicians. You are trading in an unstable environment. With this kind of hatred, no Igbo person, nobody from Biafra land should be participating in any kind of election. By the way, when I talk about election, how are you going to win? You are not going to win. You are not going to win. There is no way you will tell me you will win. Look at senatorial race that was conducted in the north by Manafa running for Senate seat. Listen to the way they counted the balloters. Listen how they inflated the number. And one thing is that after counting, some of them go back to the line and they count again. Listen very carefully. For all of us that are thinking that we know it all, we must count our losses and big. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 32, Well, what say you? You've listened to the previous announcer, the previous clip I played, full of hate, demonizing Igbos, but they are the one full of crime. Look at their criminality right there. Cannot even count straight. And these are the people administrating you. These are the people telling you what to do and what not to do. They'll count 200. And they are counting 200. And then they'll tell you he won. Why? When you say, why? How does it concern you? It concerns you. It's squarely in your own stomach concerns you. It's in the north, but it's right in your stomach. Do you know why? These are the ones that will be in the Senate to oppose you, to pass the bills that your own senators cannot be able to pass. These are the ones that will overrule them. So whether you know or you don't know, go there and stay there. Your job is to destroy. Your job is to destroy. Let it be in Igbo land. No. In Biafra land, all over Biafra land, they will not even give you oh no, you counted the 10. No, go back. You didn't count it right. Start from 1. In this one is we say, okay, count 200. And the same people sat, and you saw how they were agreeing with the guy that was running for the Senate, Manafa. Was it? No, whoever that was speaking Fulani, whatever. You saw how people, if you see, look, but no, they will not even listen to you. Disagreement, argument. They know what they want. They know their target. They want your land. They want you dead. And they have a purpose. And they agree on it. You could have seen the eye of this guy. Hatred in the first degree. And he said, when they say it, they're not missing words. And you are telling me you are running for one Nigeria. Yesterday we were observing our heroes and heroines. And Elon Musk was able to remember that there are people that sacrificed. Anybody that is from Biafra land, Igbo race, that failed to observe the heroes and heroines is not worth to be a human being. It's not worth to be associated with Biafra. Anybody, consciously or unconsciously, you failed to observe the killings, those that were sacrificed unwillingly because you are Igbo. They know you're Igbo. And to observe your heroes and heroines, you find it difficult. You have a problem and have nothing to do with the Biafran issue. The North is your destiny. We wish you luck. Go there. Go there. They have divided you that you cannot use your common sense, your pure common sense, to preserve your existence. They are the ones calling the shots for you. Hate your brother. Hate him. Don't come together. All of you disagree. Disagree. Disintegrate. And we are here talking about rubbish election. Is that all? I doubt it. I doubt it. Let me give you another take on what we are doing, what we are saying. If you think we are playing, we are not playing. We are not playing. Open your ears. 2023 elections. We won't allow campaigns for Igbo presidential candidates in North Arewa Group to Ohaneze. We won't allow campaigns for Igbo presidential candidates in North Arewa Group to Ohaneze. Ibrahim Hassan Wuyo made that report. They vowed to disrupt campaign events of Igbo presidential candidates in the North. Vanguard reported it. And you're running for presidency officer to be Igbo, to be a president of Nigeria. You've seen the hatred. You want to be a president. You have not gotten, Easterners have not gotten themselves together. Easterners have not gotten themselves together. They are hopeless and foolish, petitioned, and still cannot understand what is happening. You are the one to bear the brunt of one Nigeria, and you've been bearing the brunt. You remember Asaba massacre? You remember it? You remember Asaba massacre? And for you to come up today, you are not Igbo. You are not this, you are not that. If you are not, who are you? Are they going to spare you? They are not going to spare you. They will kill you. They will kill you. All we do is cry. October 1967, it happened.
It was that. Put together, I agreed. You could hear the sound of the injured crying.
That evening, some women were able to retrieve the bodies of family members. Joseph Nwaje lost 2 brothers, aged 17 and 12.
Mom in the evening was able to identify their corpses, took them in a wheelbarrow, pushed them to the family house, where they were buried.
And don't get angry.
For their corpses.
No, don't get angry. It's very painful for you not to learn from what happened to you. And this is the beginning of it. Let's start from there.
And my father was lying not too far from me. His eyes were open, but he was dead. The chain of events that led to the deaths at Asaba began years before. British colonialists created Nigeria by cobbling together many once independent territories, each with its own culture. In 1960, when it gained independence, Nigeria was home to over 200 different ethnic groups, the largest being the Hausa-Fulani, the Yoruba, and the Ibo. Fears that one group would dominate led to ethnic tension and corrupt elections, which set the stage for the overthrow of civilian rule by a group of military officers in January 1966. Many Northerners saw this as an Igbo power play. There had long been resentment against the Igbo, who had embraced Western education and become leaders in business and civil service across the country. Attacks on Igbo people erupted across northern and western Nigeria that May. A counter-coup replaced the Igbo head of state with Colonel Yakubu Gowon in July, and the killings escalated into systematic massacres, which the Igbo called pogroms. Thousands of Igbo fled to their ancestral homes in the east and Midwest, including Asaba. By early 1967, the governor of the eastern region, Colonel Emeka Ojukwu, was arguing that Igbos were no longer safe in Nigeria.
Yes. I want you to hear it. If today you are saying you're not Igbo, who are you? When you're with your own mouth, you say you are Igbo. And from the east, they attacked you. Midwest, they attacked you. They know who you are. If you live on both sides of the river, that does not divide you from your brother. You live on both sides of the river. Do we have to be preaching this every day? Do we have to be preaching it every day? Our inability to conceptualize, our inability to see what is happening to us demarcates our hopelessness. For you to all of a sudden, you alienate yourself from your brother. And then the people that are coming after you are busy bribing you, offering you money. They killed you, they shot thousands of Asaba people. And you cannot observe, pay due respect. That is a shame. That is a shame. Very shameful indeed. And you are Igbo. Whatever you're contributing to Igbo land that make you not to be Igbo, take it with you. For those contributing to be Igbo, keep it with you. Your identity is the most important thing, and once you lose it, you've lost it forever. That's particular to Easterners. To Easterners. All the Igbo-speaking territories are Igbos. You are fighting in Russia, you have the Luhansk and others, all Russian territories. You see what happened? They became minorities and they were smashed. And the majority, being Russian speakers said, no, it will not happen. No, we will not stand and watch you deplete our people. Because for political purposes, you have put them in your territory. And you're not respecting their existence. Donetsk, Luhansk, go back and see what is happening. It is the same principle they are using in the zoo. All Igbo-speaking areas are being earmarked to non-Igbo areas. And the very ones they are being removed cannot say no. You can't do that to us. Biafra will come. Biafra must come. And we are Easterners. You see the hatred from that man. If it does not shock you, and you see the Senate race, where they are counting 1, 20, 30, 100, and 200, and 300, it is to suppress you. It is to suppress you. A 1 million man march of June 14 and 15. Don't forget that. Ambazonia, Oduduwa, Biafrans, Middle Belt. I think at this stage it will be to your tent, O Israel. So the earliest you start looking for your brother, go to the boundary, start looking for your brother, the better off you will be. That politics you all are playing is not going to work. It is not going to work. Destruction of families, destruction and loss of identity of people just for political advantage. These are individuals. These are people that have no consideration. They have no feelings for you. They have no feelings for your well-being. It is not today that we started seeing politics and hearing about politics.
Negotiations failed. He declared the sovereign state of Biafra on May 30th. Soon after, civil war broke out. Located on the west bank of the river Niger, Asabo was never part of Biafra. Retreating troops crossed back into Biafra, destroying the bridge as they left.
Baby. Then sitting where we were, the man with the baby, a soldier came to him and said, "What did they do here? What did they do here?" He didn't say anything. So he said, "Take that baby, give your wife, tell them bye-bye." I said, "Move." He got up and started moving. And as he was moving, he was starting to look at the soldier, telling him to move. Like, "Where do you want me to go?" And the man pushed him at the back with the gun. Put him at the back with the gun. I said, "Move, Nnamdi, move. Say one Nigeria." So the guy put up his hand and said, "One Nigeria." I would just say the crack. But I right there, they shot him. The wife didn't say a word.
And I said, everybody, police station, that everybody should go to police station apart from the old people, like my grandmother. So myself, my dad, I was walking behind him all the way. But then, just about 2 kilometers down the road from my house, we saw 2 corpses with their heads blown off. People, these white garment church people, one of them with a bell, the other one with a lantern, still burning at that time. So that was the first sign to we got that there was trouble. So that sent shivers, down our spines. And so we got to the police station, and there was a huge crowd. And then the police station will come around, Mr. X, Mr. B, you take us to his house, you'll be free. They had names they wanted to kill. Once in a while, they pick somebody from the crowd, go to the back of the house, and they hear gunshots.
My husband and the brother, and all those about 400 people who were following them, they were shot at the police, in front of the police station.
You're not Biafra. You're Igbo. You are Igbo. As long as you have that tag in Yamani, they'll kill you. Deny your identity, that's your problem. We are no longer putting around the bush. We are facing our issues squarely. We must get Biafra. Then you're going to apply to be. Deny your identity, deny your brothers, deny your relatives, but you have the same culture, you have the same name, you have everything the same. Somebody that is alien to you becomes your brother. That is madness. That is madness. We can't continue to be mute. Stand up to be counted. Stand up to be counted. There's nothing from Biafra land that we cannot use. We are capable of doing anything. And our resourcefulness is the anger our enemy has over us. We can survive in different environments. I'm waiting for CAPO Daniel to call in. He should be in here any moment from now. For you to deny your identity because of politics for the same one Nigeria, because of political hopelessness to say one Nigeria, you are creating hatred amongst your brothers, and it will take a while before it is repaired. It will take a while. Your loyalty, your sincerity becomes a question. It is only in the East. It is only from the East that people that have the same name, that have the same custom, the same ideology, the same religion, the same belief, that deny who they are. That is sickness. That demarcates our problem. You think you are better than your brother. That trait, that perception is killing us. But you hear the Fulanese. We first before me. We first before me. You are very vulnerable. When I mean your vulnerability is so obvious that outside the boundary of your home, nobody knows you. Nobody recognizes you. Nobody will pay attention to you. You are only squatting. You are only enjoying the sweat of other people. What they went through to establish their identity. But you have not been able to preserve your identity which you've already established. You know about divide and rule. They are using it, and you are falling for it.
So I crossed into the European border through the Hungarian side, the Hungarian border with Ukraine. So I had to get a ticket from Hungary straight to Berlin. And then I had a valid ticket. The chapter, the UN chapter says, hey, this country is respect human rights, so they'll give us a right of passage. Right? I get to Frankfurt, still on a train. And then the Bundespolice came in, they stopped our train. They were like, I don't know, 15, 20 of them with dogs. They stormed our train. They walked into my coach, said, do you have a ticket? I produced my ticket because I paid for my ticket. 100 and something, I still have the ticket in my bag, 100 and something euros. I said, okay, do you have a right to enter Germany? I said, yes, the law says refugees from Ukraine are allowed to enter. That's what the law says. I bring out my ID, my passport, and my permanent resident in Ukraine. I show them. He nods his head. He goes, he talks to a superior, and then he comes back. And he says, I have to get off the train. I'm like, for what? He says, because I wasn't born in Ukraine. I was livid. I'm like, what does that mean? I wasn't born in Ukraine. I've lived in Ukraine so long. Why would you say because I wasn't born off the train, I should get off of the train? I have a valid ticket. Why should I get off the train? I didn't stow away on the train. Why should I get off? They said, oh, we need to register you and then we can let you go. There was a German lady I met on the train. She was nice. We were having a conversation all through in English. She told me, oh, I better have to comply. That they said because I wasn't born, I have to do this. I said, they are not doing this for the Ukrainians. I also have the same rights as the Ukrainians. Well, I was in Ukraine because I'm a permanent resident. So why are you doing this? They said, because we have to register you. So we got out, all the blacks, and this was just black people they were pulling off the train. So they took us to this holding facility. I remember the address. They took our passports. The address was in Nikola Tesla 1 in Frankfurt. It's a big warehouse. There they segment it. They segment the whole warehouse. So they had to keep us out in the cold for like, I don't know, hours because there were lots of us. They said we had to take COVID swabs. They took COVID swabs. They will take your passports, they will bag it, they will take all the money, they will count it, they will bag it, and then they will write on it. Yeah. This is from the body. This is one of the bags they used to bag our personal belongings. As you see, it's still the same way. The cash that was on me is still the same, unchanged, untouched. I can't even bring myself to tell because I'm so traumatized by it. My bag has a tag. This tag was from Frankfurt. They tag your bags. They tag every personal belongings you have with a yellow tag and a code. Mine was A155. And this is something they made us understand that, oh, it's just simple registration. I even asked some of the Bundespolizei, so 1 hour maximum, we're there for 23 hours. Then the next thing I experienced was the most humiliating thing I've never experienced in my life. They took me to a room, asked me to strip naked. I had to go bare naked. They said, oh, I'm like, what's this for? They said, take off all your clothes. And then they made me squat and do a turnaround, show them my ass and all that. It was so humiliating because in my life, even going through airport security, traveling, I've never experienced this. I'm like, don't you have body scanners for this? Even if you're suspecting somebody, they are drugs or they are drug moles, this is not the procedure. You don't tell people to go stark naked because you want to search them. When I got to Berlin, the girl told me, hey, that thing you did there is not registration. That's your whatever. I said, this tag I have, I brought a paper. They said, no, that's for your personal records. I've never experienced such humiliation in my life. Yeah, each time I think about it, I want to cry. But as a man, my dad told me, don't cry. It is humiliating. Somebody, a fellow man like me, would tell me to go naked. It is humiliating. It is. Because I'm trying to cross the country like everybody else.
All men are equal, but some are more equal than others. You are equal. Why are you there? Because your home has been disturbed. The same people that disturbed your home, you run to them for refuge. You are black. You are not born there. Even if you are born there, you are black. You see what we are telling you. When you sell your homeland, when you destroy your homeland to fulfill and make the Fulanis feel comfortable, this is what will happen to you when you have no land, when you have no home, when you are just a squatter. You don't have the right. The indigenous, it's just on paper. It's just on paper. If they tear up your paper today, you are nowhere. If they take that piece of paper, boom, in the garbage, you have nothing. You have nothing. Continue to fool yourself. We don't learn our lessons. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been extraordinarily renditioned. He is a British citizen, and the same Britain is prosecuting him. They are persecuting him. They have not come to his defense. That shows you that all this diplomatic paper wrangling is rubbish. Pure nonsense. It is a way to hold you down. Any day they snatch that paper from you, your personal non de grata, whatever they say, wherever they say it. That is a lesson you have to learn. A man without a country is finished. You are finished. We'll continue. We'll continue. It's very funny. It's very funny. But it's not. You take matters very seriously. Ambazonians are doing something. The dissent is not there. Cumulatively, they are doing something for themselves. They want their identity. But in the case of Eastern region, they were politically misled that they can't even believe who they are. Look at Wike and the Imo governor talking about boundary dispute. That is a shame. Where will Wike and those of them talk about boundary dispute? Which boundary dispute? When did they start having problem? What prompted the problem? Divide and rule. Does it mean we don't know what divide and rule is? Does it mean we cannot say, brother, we are still the same? It's the same land. This is the plan they have for us, and this is the way we are going to do it. They push you fall 10 miles away. Something you can just trip and then get your balance. You will fall headlong 10 miles away. And you say you are a politician. You are a politician. You are not Igbo. And the same Igbo wants to leave. You don't want them to leave. What is in stock for you? What do you want? The same Igbos you demonize, you insult them, you accuse them of heaven and earth. But you are the embezzler. You are the master thief. But your own is on Igbo. Yes, we want to be free. We don't want to have anything to do with you, except when Biafra comes. Then we can cooperate diplomatically with mutual respect. I'm coming to Arawaland. You give me the visa. You ask me what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you. And I'll do my business and come back. If for any reason I decide to reside in Arawaland, you will give me the permission. But I'll bear in mind that I'm a squatter. Granting me permission to live does not make me invincible. I will be vulnerable any second. Because when something happens, you attack. You still want them, but you don't want them. You don't want them to eat. You don't want them to drink. You don't want them to work. You don't want them to do anything. Just run. Run and run away from your land. And let us occupy it. Well, let them occupy your land. Let them occupy it. Then I'll see where you go. I've given you the story, the first-hand account of a black refugee crossing the borders to Germany. These are European countries that preach to you human rights. And I told you it exists on paper only. It's only on paper. When you fool around and think that you are equal, you're not equal. You are not. You're not. When they give you a land, they just give it to you. It is not your land. One thing you must understand: anytime you are a visitor, anytime you are given time, be sure it is not permanent. Don't relax. Don't relax. It is not your country. You are a visitor. I just want all of you to know the consequences of our actions. The things we do thinking that yes, we have arrived. A case of our footballers is an instance. That's an instance. They go there, they make them win the game. But if they miss chance to score, then that's when you realize that you're a monkey. That's when they will show you the fingers. That's when they will tell you you're not a human being. You're a subhuman. Then you will start crying. Anywhere we go, we relax. We don't put our guards up. We just relax. And the only time we get a kind of awareness is when it's directed to us face to face. Yeah, CAPO Daniel is here. He's out of his location, but he's trying to come in, and he's not going to stay long. He's not going to stay long, so. That's the way it is. Our people, we must be very, very observant. Yep. Our guest is here. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you.
Your line is faint.
Yeah, I want to connect it to the mic.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, can you hear me now clearly?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes. Welcome.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Mazi.
Yeah, you say you'll be with us for 30 minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Today's issue, we cut it short because of your time. On the broadcast I'm making today, I brought the reference of a Fulani man that spewed hatred on Igbos, on Biafrans. It was very remarkable, very captivating. The hatred was so much that I started asking myself, how in the world did we come to be in the same place with these people? These were the same people that yesterday we commemorated the wanton killing of Biafrans in the north. Destruction of properties. Beheading of Biafrans. That led to the Biafran war. That these people never, your line is up. That they never took any action, only to spew more hatred. How in the world do you think we can cope with such people? A couple, Daniel, you have a connection issue, and these are the things we will be going through when it comes to issue like this. Line failure. Yeah, that's what we encounter. Inability to communicate. But we are bragging that we have Airtel and all that stuff. No good services. None whatsoever. We have an internet issue here. It's showing. I will see what I can do. I'll try one more time. It is unfortunate, very discouraging when you're doing things like this. Then you start experiencing all these interruptions. I think maybe it's back on now. Let's see. Yes, we have internet. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
The network.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you still manage to hear me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. You were saying the reference was a speech made by these Fulani people.
Yes. It was so full of hate. They demonized the Igbos. They accused us of everything on paper. And these are the things they do. They are the bandits. They are the rapists. They are the ones committing murders everywhere. They are the ones responsible for non-gunmen. But this man turned it around and accused the Igbos. And my question is, why then are they fighting for one Nigeria? When we tell them we want to leave, when we tell them we are leaving, they are holding our leader hostage. Did you people experience the same thing we're experiencing?
Oh yes, we do. We do.
Bye-bye.
I'm trying to connect this thing, brother. I don't know why. Hold on.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Okay, you can hear properly now.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I hope that the sound quality is okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Are you online? Are we online already?
Yeah. We are live.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, the thing is that the whole system of Nigeria that have been built on the impunity of these Fulani people who can get away with everything, because the British government had given them power. The multinationals that exploit the petroleum and all the resources have given them power, and they have become over their head. They know they can kill anybody and walk away with it. The military provide them with arms. And what do you expect from people like that? They start to think that they are gods over you. And even they are poor people, the ones who did not go to proper education, the ones that goes to these their Matarakan Fulani schools that are uneducated, they will also come for your land. They will come for your women. They will come for your children. They will butcher you down, because that is exactly what happened when the people are given impunity over others. We have seen that in the case of Rwanda, where one tribes were protected by the French. And one day they just wake up and say, we want to commit genocide, because they thought there will be no consequences. So when you find Fulani elites coming out making hate speech against Biafra people, it's because the government have set the stage. The government have been abusing the rights of Biafrans with no consequences. So that is going to happen. It triggers down to the lay person, because if you are not respected by the government, you are treated unfairly. The lay people also take their cue from the government, and they treat the Biafran people in that manner. So it does not surprise me when you hear Fulani people treating Biafrans with disdain. In Ambazonia, we have had similar situation where Cameroon governors have asked our people to go away from the country, go away from their villages and go to Biafra. They actually call we are Biafra people. Go to Biafra. They have called our people cockroaches. They have called them rats. I'm talking about governors. So this is because the government treats us unfairly and they think that they can trample upon us. And somehow when you treat minority people in this manner, or people who are subjugated in this manner, they gain favor with their masters because their boss there in Abuja or in Yaoundé thinks that this guy is rude enough, it can be used to subdue our people. So that is what we get in this type of system.
Well, I don't welcome that perception because they cannot have their cake and eat it too. It's either you let us go, and which they're not about to. They want to commit murder. They committed genocide, which we celebrated yesterday. And for him to issue such a speech shows you that they have no remorse. They have no regrets over what they did to us. And we cannot stomach it. And I think our politicians must pay attention to these kind of things, but I don't think they are. And I don't know how your politicians reacted to your moves. Can you share that with us, please?
Yeah, the politicians are usually the elite class. These are the people who have mastered the behavior of the aggressor. They have organized themselves in a way that is going to please the aggressor. And they will always try to speak language that is going to appeal to the aggressor because they're eating from the same pot. They eat from the same pot. They share the same laughter. And their whole existence is to bow their head down like boys, ingrates behaving like children, so that the masters will be happy with them. And they will come and they will backstab their people so that the Fulani will be happy with them. So these elites that you call elite are actually the people who are going to drag us down. There is no hope for them to uplift us because they are part of the problem. They are like the house nigger. They are the happy slave, the elevated slave, who have some privileges in being trying to please the master, and will find pleasure in punishing their kingsmen so that the master will feel happy with them. You find this everywhere in Biafra, you find this in Ambazonia, and where people are being suppressed. Yesterday, I was fortunate to attend the Heroes and Heroines Day in Hong Kong here with the Biafran community. And it was a very powerful occasion for we to remember the heroes that stood up for the dignity of Biafra and for the nationalism of Biafra. So I think that in this era, the Biafran people are aspiring for independence. That is the truth about it. I have not seen anybody talking about something else other than complete freedom. And France usually will ask that the Fulani should let them go. Just like you said, they should let you go. You want to go, but how can people let you go when you are inside your own house? When you are in your own country, you are in Biafra, and you are asking the Fulanis to let you go. I think the Biafrans have to rephrase themselves and say that the Fulani should go. They should leave Biafra. This should be a campaign. Leave our land, leave us alone. And the Biafrans should turn inwardly to reconstruct their institutions, to start to rebuild the nationalism spirit of Biafra. And the whole issue of agents provocateurs, when people provoke you, they talk about Igbo and the things that are not Biafrans. Igbo is Biafra, but you have to know that Biafra is bigger than Igbo, because Biafra is a nation. Biafra is nationalism. It's not tribe. It's not a language. And when people start to trigger you and get your people to be angry and debate and argue about things that are not so powerful for your future, they become a distraction, and they like that debate. So what I advise the Biafran leadership and which is what I carry to the Biafran community wherever I meet them, is that the Biafran nationalism should be preached. That should be the focus of the Biafran people, the Biafran nationality, the legal case for the reference of the Biafran nation. That legal point, that reference point will empower their people, will give them confidence in the legitimacy of their struggle based on people's rights. As indigenous people, when you are quoting the right law, you hit the right court and you attract the right support from the international community, which is what I will advise to the Biafran people, and I will continue to do the same thing.
That's well spoken, because when I'm talking about letting us go, you have them coming in. The reason I put it that way was a Fulani politician coming to Biafra land to campaign. And then the same Fulani people are saying they will not allow any Igbo person to come to the north to campaign. But they have their own people coming to our land to campaign. What does that tell you when we say our people have a problem? Does that not unmask the way our politicians are betraying us? And how are we going to stomach them? Can we continue to stomach them or recall them?
Yeah, that is the whole issue. Like I've said it many times, the whole issue of governance is predicated on political campaign and political representation of the administration. The whole structure of a state is the administrative structure. Unlike before, when Biafra went into a conventional war with Nigeria, this time the Biafra don't need to go after Nigeria militarily in a conventional manner, but they have to go after Nigeria as a state. The reason why you people have to develop a political ideology for the military wings, the Eastern Security Network, and many other groups that are coming up is to give them the right focus for their activity. Such people who come from the northern part of Nigeria to carry out this campaign in Biafra should never be allowed to do so. And to stop them, you don't need just to talk. You need a force. Before they can respect you, you must have a force that is politically aware that these people have to be stopped physically. That is the reason you have to buy guns and you have to train soldiers and send them, stop this person from campaigning. And in the first place, why do Biafran people want to participate in election in the first place? You shouldn't be participating in election in Nigeria while you are trying to have independence. And I've always made the case to Biafran people. Your strategy has to be guided by your goal. If your goal is independent, you cannot pursue independence through local remedy. You cannot be fighting within the framework of Nigerian constitutions or the Nigerian judiciary expecting any remedy for independence. The whole judiciary system was built to preserve the constitution and preserve the framework of the state. No matter how much victory you get here and there, they will keep on frustrating you in the end. And even if they give you some victory here and there, it's just to make you hang in there and having hope where there can be no hope and stop you from focusing where the real power for change is. There is only one language for freedom, AK-47. Whether it's in Afghanistan, whether it's in Zimbabwe or South Africa, the language of the AK-47 will eventually catch up with the Biafran people. I know they are God-loving people, they are gentle people, they don't want war, they don't want to rush into one. But like the Americans say, you go to war not with the army which you had and the weapons which you have developed. You go to weapons with the weapons you have at hand. And I think today the Biafran people are ready. They are the greatest weapons you have. They have been observing the stay-home protests to demonstrate their political will, and the energy is there to be tapped, the right leadership and the right focus to recruit these young men and give them a meaningful future. You have a lot of Biafrans who have turned to drug, to scamming, 419, simply because they have stripped them from all dignity and from all opportunities that they have. and they have nowhere to go, and they have turned into this type of lifestyle. If the leadership gives them a meaning for their life, a new vision for the future of their country, I think these young men and women will be willing and able to fight their country than never before. And don't forget, the Italians were largely influenced by the population that were doing gangs in American streets. They played a big role in backing their country. The same happened in Afghanistan. The drug lords who were forced into drug business, who were Muslims in Afghanistan, they used that power and they used those connections to build their country and to liberate their country from foreign occupation. The Biafran people have more than enough capacity. And I think the purpose have to change. The strategy have to change to match up with their expectation. I don't think any Biafran wants to fight or continue to campaign for the next 10 years. Think about it. How long can you have independence through adjudication? How long can you estimate? 5 years, 10 years? I don't think the Biafran generations of today wants to bequeath to the next generation a country that is worse off or a dream. They want to give the future Biafrans a reality of an independent Biafran state. And they have an obligation to think about the strategies to attain it in the most quickest manner. Because you want to live and see a free Biafra. So do I.
That's well put across, and it interests me because when we talk about our issue, we bring our people to see what we are talking about. A way it gives us much issue to reflect upon is the very ones we are calling upon, like those young men and women. They're the ones running around with the political parties. And it offends us because you facing the discomfort of oppression, you being accused of being who you're not, and in that process being killed. And then we are relating to you, and some of them will say we are not hearing it. And they are engaging in a political process, running behind the politicians. Is there any advice you can give us as to how to get to these people? Because we've been talking to them. I know that you faced such issues too. We would just want to learn from you and put it together with what we know. Is there any advice you can give us on that one?
The first thing is never be distracted by people who are a distraction. All these politicians who are going around campaigning and fueling the machinery that have corrupted the soul of the Biafran people by giving them 10,000 naira for their votes, creating a system where they think that their opinion, their votes can be exchanged for money. These are the canker worms of Biafra. These are the cancer of your society. People who are paying people to buy their conscience. You know, in modern society, they protect the innocence of children, even women, from prostitution, from exploitation. You have to see these people for who they are. They are the cancer of Biafra. Anybody who involves himself in these elections because they admire the way of the Fulani, they also want to arrive somewhere like the Fulani and be worshipped like the masters and share free money from the state. You should see them for who they are. They are the reasons why you are under this type of subjugation system. And you must treat them like criminals. You must treat them like criminals. If somebody is going into election, why should you be convincing that person? By participating in that election, he has already chosen his side. If you allow these people, they will be the ones who are going to come and provide intelligence to the Nigerian military. And they are going to be picking your patriots and heroes up one by one. There is no debate with infiltrators. There is no debate with facilitators, people who collaborate with the enemy. These are all enablers. These are all enablers. They have no debate with you. they should be arrested for participating in election, not debate with. What you convince somebody who is a scammer, whose soul have been corrupt, and he's not satisfied with that, he's going around trying to corrupt other people. Biafra at this stage should understand that they are in the middle of a war. Whether you like it or not, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been the head of the Biafran people, have provided the inspiration as a leader. Arresting him is an equivalent of declaring war. After the killing of Okonson, the Biafran people should have realized that a war had been declared upon them. Somebody cannot be fighting a war against you and you don't even know. Or you are behaving in a way that looks like you don't know that you are at war. It's like you go and register a football team and they carry you and put you in Premier League. And you don't even know that when you play, you have to go and score. They give you ball and you come and take it from your foot, go and put it in your net, remove it from you for you and put it there. You don't even know that the game is going on. There is a war going on now in Biafra and they are slaughtering your people. And don't think that in football, if you don't know how to score, they will score you only one. They will give you 50-0. They will create their war record on you. There is a war going on already. It is a state of war. And Biafran has to focus on that. It may take time, unfortunately, with the way I see the things going on and the debate. I've not seen somebody out there who have had the voice or the fire of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The people who are out there are most of the time distracted by enablers and people who want to spoil what they are trying to do. And they have spent their time talking to themselves and the people who like them rather than engaging in patriotic campaign that are appealing for nationalists, but they are reacting to spoilers and such. Their voices are drowned. So I hope somehow they would catch the spirit of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and focus on what matters.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And that's why I asked you that question, because here we have people that are supposed to be listening, taking instructions, but they are running their way, being funded by the politicians to cause distractions, and they are causing distractions. And we're warning them. We are telling them this is not the right time for it. And they think that they have arrived. You know, they boast as to what they can do and what they cannot do. And the whole people are being disadvantaged. The Fulanis are riding in our villages with tanks and armored personnel carriers, you know, killing people. I don't think we need that much education to understand what we are facing. So the bringing it up is for our people to know that it's not just we saying it, that other people are seeing what we are saying. That's why I brought it up for you, because you hit the nail on the head. See, when we tell them, pay attention, focus to what the US is telling you, focus to what HOD is telling you, we are saying it because this is the avenue where the instructions are passed and given. See, but you have those that are being bribed by the politicians, which made me bring it up as to what we'll do with them. You know?
When you're at war, you have to know what to do with traitors. You have to know what to do with traitors. They are not people you go and negotiate with, because the more you negotiate with them, the more they cause even more havoc. You have to stay focused. Leadership has to stay focused to motivate the young Biafrans who are on the ground there. They are willing to fight for their country. Biafrans have millions and millions of eyes, millions and millions of hands. There are things that only unique people can do. They need that institution as well as they need that personality that is radical, because the Biafran people are not angry enough. They are not angry enough. They look at the killings, they feel sorry, and they are still in that state of victim. Excuse me. They're in that state of seeing themselves as a victim of Fulanis. And the boys are fighting back. The Eastern Security Network, the network of vigilante that stands for Biafrans, are rising up to fight. They need the rally call to be larger. They need they need it to be larger because the potential is there and it's not being exploited to the fullest.
All right. Thank you very much. We very much like talking about our issues because you've crossed the threshold. So we are just coming on, and I think the Million Man March will give us a boost. That comes up on the 14th and the 15th. With that, with that, we think we can do more than what we've been doing, and that would be like energizing everybody.
Oh yes, we have been looking forward for the Million Man March come June 14 and 15. We are mobilizing ourselves, and diplomatically we are being engaged as well with the Europeans and our international partners, because it's very important that we translate this movement into political energy. We don't just go out there to march and walk around and then we go back home and everything is done. But I know that there have been massive push at the corridors of diplomacy to make sure that this resonates amongst the European community in a meaningful way that can translate into diplomatic pressure for the independence of Biafra as well as for the independence of Ambazonia. We have to make sure it works. Our people have to know the importance of this rally and try to get themselves there. If you are in Europe, please, you can travel to Belgium and take part in this big march. It's going to be a unique opportunity to internationalize the struggle for Biafra, Ambazonia, which is very important. You know, we always talk about internationalization. It's very important because internationalization is the pathway for independence. If you are looking for independence, you can't find the solution in the domestic framework. You have to go out of the box and internationalize it and campaign and have international pressure. Biafra attracts a lot of attention. It's a big country, over 75 million above population, and trust me, if the diaspora is well mobilized and well effectively managed for diplomatic capital, it will not take long for Biafra to have the necessary support to get Nigeria to withdraw herself out of her borders.
We'll take that into consideration, and we have taken steps towards that anyway, because we have through the DOS we have been put things in place, but like putting up our flags and demarcating our boundaries, telling them who we are. In Biafra land, this is what we expect. We need our flags flying, and we need our economic production stabilized as a country. We don't have to continue to be working on the old Nigerian system. As soon as we win this off our body, I think we will do better. But some of us are still dreaming about Nigeria that never was and never will be. So that's the way it is. So thank you very much for joining us. I don't know if this guy calling, maybe he has a question for you. Think you have time for that, or you done?
Yeah, I think we can have one question.
Okay. Let me see this guy that is calling. The number is +1 484 767 0848. Live broadcast from Radio Biafra US. I'm here with CAPO Daniel, and if you have a question for him before he leaves, you can pose your question for him. +1 484 767 0848. That. Caller, your name and where you calling?
Yes, so
Fine, thank you. Welcome.
yes, so let me pass this message to our Ethiopia. There is one soldier. He told us. He tell us. He said, them the number. Why we will be live What the number the top. You see, this was the pattern to our prayer, governors, our people, all those are the idea. This is the message. Where they live, where they go to top, where they live, where the number the top. You see? You call us, you see, we did do
well, that we are the live.
Yes, we are the live where they go to top. And they will continue to top us. They will continue to stop that live. That live is finished. You see, that is the message. That's the message passed to us. That's why I come on air. To pass this message to our people governors, hard voice to the northerners. Where they live, where they go to top. That is the message. If you like it here, you don't like it here. But that live is not IPOB. Because IPOB, we are formidable. We know what's in the apple. We know what's in the. To live, IPOB, we are not live. What the people are living top. That number, that live, is not the top of. We are not live. It is only our governors and our people to live. Because we will know what's in the ground. So they can't treat us again. And we are not live. The live is their hard voice. All their boyfriend and girlfriend. It's not us. But then okay, this festival pass. Everybody want to hear. Hear about our people. Want to hear this festival pass. Hear about we here. We are comfortable. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good afternoon from the Ambazonia.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Nnamdi calling from it. That brother, I think he's still on my right.
No, he just left.
Oh my God. I just have a question for him because what he have just said there, he said anyway, keep the question, maybe perhaps anytime he comes back, ask him the question. He made a very, very substantial analysis concerning IPOB.
Oh, you mean CAPO Daniel?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. So let me ask him the question direct. My brother, since you've been hearing me, I think I need to ask you this question direct. We have a problem where place, I think you're from Ambazonia, right?
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Okay. Most of the Ambazonia politicians are in line with the Ambazonia freedom fighters. In our own case, our politicians are not in line with us. On that note, what do we exactly do to put them in a right way or to make sure to force them or just give me an answer? What do we do? Thank you very much. That's my question.
Okay, thank you, the caller. Mazi, Alozi, maybe I just go directly to answer the question.
I know where
I
know where that will go, but it will not come from me. I know where that goes. So you might want to answer it or not. It doesn't matter. But I know where that will go. We know what to do, and we know what you did. So it's a touchy issue. So if you want to answer it, that's fine.
I'll just give advice.
All right.
I'll just give advice. We are into this thing together. Our leaders, Dr. Chuayaba, the president of the governing council, and Mazi, Nnamdi Kanu of the IPOB, they have brought us, the people, together. The leaders lead the way, the people follow. And so I think, as an Ambazonian and a friend and ally to Biafra, I can advise. And if I can advise, is that a diverse people is an ingredient to independence, to democracy. When you are diverse, you can have good democracy if you practice it in a positive manner. But if you have negative competition amongst you, it is going to cripple you down and give advantage to the enemy to infiltrate you. The enemy can disguise himself and come to A and say, I support you against B. The same enemy will disguise himself and go to B and say, I support you against A. At the end of the day, they will push you to be fighting each other and you will not move anywhere. So the best thing in diversity is that if one person believes so much in self-defense and liberation and war, let that person focus in where he is best. If somebody just want diplomacy, let that person focus in diplomacy. If somebody cannot be accommodated in one group, he wants to create his own group, just allow that person and respect the right of diversity. Don't avoid trying to bring down one person or one group for another group to stand, because everybody have his own role to play. How do you achieve that dynamic depends now on the personalities involved. Some people have ego and they need more management, they need more cutting here and there. And that is a rule where you have senior statesmen. I have discussed with many well-settled senior statesmen in Biafra who should be playing a better role in moderating and creating an atmosphere of tolerance amongst the leadership, the many platforms, so that people don't see the rise of one as a competition or feel bad. Because when you strip people from everything that they have and they become so poor and destitute, they are living in a situation where we call it the survival of the fittest. In that situation, even your brother have small mango, you feel jealous that you don't have. You want to take his own because you have not known better. You know, when people have many, society is flourishing. People don't envy that much. So we as complicated people, you find that we suffer so much from envy, jealousy, backbiting, and those primitive instincts of human beings. But for the sake of our people and the love of country, we must overcome those instincts and receive each other with happiness. If you see that one group is succeeding in one area, support him. You cannot do, 5 fingers are not the same. But if they are close, they have together to one point. It's better. So collaboration is the key. Collaboration is the key.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's see if this guy will call back. And caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from? Okay, that's gone. Can't do much. The call number is +1484 767 0848. Caller, just go ahead and place that call again. I just missed it. The +44 number, just missed your call. So go ahead, because CAPO Daniel will be leaving very soon. So go ahead and place your call. Yeah, your call is bouncing off. That's what it is. Okay. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, good afternoon from here.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much, my big brother. I salute you. I just want to salute my brother, CAPO Daniel, and Biafrans all over the whole world. Our leader, I always commit him to the hands of our ancestors to keep kind of protecting him. Mazi is your brother who will call you from UK. Mazi, I hope my brother is still there.
Yeah, he's listening to you.
Yes, there's one thing that bothers me. I want to throw to him to say, I'm one of those people that live in Europe, avenging, and I'm so worried about my people because I love my people so much. Each day I hear that one of them were killed. Believe me, I know how I felt. Every blessed day, I just want our people to be free from Nigeria. Now, let me go to the question. My brother, you see, some time ago, this Muhammad Buhari that is late now, he made a comment and he said that an attack to Boko Haram is an attack to the north. And when our leader, he made it clear to the whole world that attack to Boko Haram is attack to the north. Now, and when our leader came up, he took this evangelist to our people right in America. There's one organization called one of the Igbo organizations in America, I've forgotten what they call anyway. He took this message to them and said to them, look at what is about to come. And everybody should wake up because they are going to come. They are going to arm their people with impunity. They will kill. The police and the army will protect them. And they will rape and destroy farms. He made it clear to Igbo World Congress in America. They mocked him. They laughed him. Some people asked him all manner of questions. Now, and our leader saw that he now called the governors of the Eastern region. He had a meeting with them and asked them to form a security to secure our land. Because look at what these people, look at their plan, look at their agenda. You know, they failed to form this security. And this man took his time to form security called Eastern Security Network to safeguard our land, to secure our farms. Now, it's the same governors who failed to secure us, who failed to give us security, who failed to come to our aid when our mothers is being raped and being killed in their farm. And he formed this security. And the same governors are still fighting this security from day to day, night to night, morning to morning, to kill this, to make sure that this security is being demonized, is to make sure they are being dismantled. Please, my brother, what message do you think again we are going to pass to these politicians in our land for them to understand that we are in danger? What do we think again that we haven't said that we are going to make them to understand that these people, this Boko Haram that this man said, an attack to them is an attack to the north, and now we form our own security to secure our own land, and our governors are fighting this security to make sure they are being destroyed. What message, how do we send a good message, a proper message to let them understand? Allow this security to stay so that our land will not be taken. Thank you very much, my brother.
Well, my brother, what I can tell you is that if there is a saying that they always say in Ambazonia, if you are still a young child and your father was dead, don't show in public that you know the killer, the person who killed your father, unless you are strong enough to stand him, because the day he knows that you know, he will come back for you and kill you. I think our Biafrans brothers, they are still not coming to terms with what they want. They are really, to be honest with you, Biafran people know what they want, but in terms of their policies, their actions, it shows like they don't know what they want. How can you expect the governor to fight for you? How do you expect the governor to represent you as Biafra? The whole Nigeria is set up to undermine Biafra. The whole divide of South-South, South-East is to divide and conquer Biafra. Before you get into that governor's election, you have gone and put your hand in a bad place to sell your own people. You are there to facilitate and give legitimacy to the central government in Abuja. You are not there to be serving your own people. Yes, they will do one or two things here and there, but their allegiance is to the flag of Nigeria. Their allegiance is not to Biafra. It shouldn't be a surprise to you that the governors are the ones killing you. The governors are the ones to come and pamper you and tell you, calm down, while the Fulanis do their job. That is how slaves they do. That's how elevated slaves, that is their rule. The governors are there to pacify the population and make sure that you are calm. So why should you expect anything from the governor? If indeed you want independence, why should you expect anything from the governor? So that is some of the things that the Biafran leadership have to answer. They have to answer. Why should they allow their people to have this mindset of expecting something where something good can never come from them?
Yep. I think the leadership is very much aware of that, and they are taking steps to make sure that doesn't happen. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Yeah, go ahead and make it quick.
Okay, sir. Can we make it quick? My beloved brother there, may God bless you.
The Nnamdi Kanu side, take your pick and write and dismiss. As simple as that. We have no other time. Biafran, we will come back. Come to them. Coach Kadam is fully in charge. He's teaching us a lesson that when Biafra is restored, we will not depart from him anymore. Just write that the study is I have no, there's no time here. Nobody's joking here. Our life is at stake. They want to take our land though. Let nobody think that we are here to joke. Fulani is more formidable with the world to take our land, to exterminate us from this earth. So don't just think we are joking here. The body of heaven and earth is in full in charge. The man is going to tell you where you are. Then I think about them. What kind of a thing they only should have done Nnamdi Kanu. All your name is
Mazi should have called later. We have a you can call later. We have a visitor. Let's finish with our visitor. Then you can come on. We have room for you, but right now we have a visitor. So let's direct his questions. Direct the questions to him because he'll be leaving very soon. The call number is +1 484-767-0848. Mazi, call in and direct your question to Daniel, and then he's leaving. So the call number is +1 484-767-0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Chris. I'm calling from Fort Worth, Texas. I want to ask your guest, how do we begin to educate our people against coming out for politics? Every time somebody comes out, you see women in their uniform dancing and taking 10 naira, 20 naira. I think our public in the Biafra land are not educated. We are not doing jingles. We are not doing anti-election jingles, or we are not educating our people. Education is the key in anything. Our people are not educated, not even 5%. So we have to, please, this is my question. How do we educate our people? How do we go into educating our people in the Biafra land? Thank you.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Remember that how did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu governize the Biafran people? He did so by educating the people day after day, night after night about their self-awareness, about the issues that are important to them. He did so with the podcast. He did so by staying focused and remaining true to the cause. Selflessly, he set an example for the people to follow. His political educations have been what have governed the Biafran people. And today, the leaders have to stay focused. Yes, there will always be attacks. But if your leaders, they spend all their time addressing critics, they spend all their time trying to block A or B, try to drag this one or put themselves in front, instead of doing the job. What I think will help Biafra movement is identify what needs to be done. Identify the legal framework, the legal argument of the state of Biafra, and give it to the people, because a lot of time I talk about this legal reference point, a lot of Biafrans are not very aware. Like, what is Biafra? What is it? What is the foundation of Biafra? It's not just Igbo. Biafra is a nation. Don't forget, when they declared the independence of Biafra, it has her internationally recognized boundaries. It has a state. We have futures of a state that goes beyond your language and your religion. If you focus on that, it will start to dismantle that which have been erected to prevent you from having access to your freedom. The Nigerian government have erected the wall of South-South and Southeast, and educated and brainwashed your people to see themselves like that. So you meet a Biafran person, it's South-South, Southeast, all the people of South-South. If you yourself, you are using the language of the enemy, how can you emancipate yourself and get your population in a place where they can do what it takes for them to be liberated? You have to educate them. Education is a key. They say knowledge is power. You have to empower your people with revolutionary knowledge for them to be able to free themselves.
Thank you. That was addressed this morning. Really addressed that issue this morning, where you have people that are, everybody is saying they are from this, from that, but they are the same people. You know, they bow to the political sellout. You know, that shouldn't happen. Eastern region is Eastern region, and nothing more, nothing less. All these divisions, they're not going to help us. And I ensure that we understand what we are going through, and we understand that people should always listen, because our leader preached on this day in, day out, and on this radio we preached on it. Then somebody will come to tell me we are not listening to Radio Biafra. Then what are you listening to? What are you listening to? We have put all these things in place, you know. Call
my brother Mazi or Lozi, because I will have to go. I want to share with you guys a short story of my encounter with the Biafra lady in Hong Kong. I met her in function, and I asked her. She asked me, "Where are you from, my brother?" I told her I'm from Ambazonia. She said, I said, "Where are you from?" And she said she's from Nigeria. I said, "From Nigeria or Biafra?" She laughed. And she said, no, me, I'm not Biafra. Oh. I'm not Nigeria, even though I'm Igbo. I'm Nigeria. And I tell her, you are Biafra. You are not Nigeria. She said, no, but my passport is Nigeria. I said, no, you are Biafra. Your nation and your identity is not by choice. It is by status. How are you a Nigerian? If you are a Nigerian, know that you are a captured person. And somebody holds something that is not his. If you steal my shirt and you put it on your body, it does not become your shirt. You have been clothed with this mentality of Nigeria. It is not your country. Whether you like it or not, you feel that emptiness, you feel that it is not your space, because your country was declared properly. It was defended with the blood of the martyrs and the heroes, and you are Biafran, whether you like it or not. And that should be the tune of the Biafran movement. There should not be any space for somebody to say, I am South-South, I'm Southeast, I'm all these things. I'm Igbo. Whether you are Igbo or not, whether you are South-South or not, if you are born from that geographical region of the former Eastern Nigeria, that land is recognized as a people under people's right in international law, which is binding on UK in the Sino-UK treaty that was signed, which forms the basis for the Atlantic Treaty and the Charter of the United Nations. So you people should know and give that legal point of reference to the people, so that they are aware, so that people don't argue for things that they shouldn't be argued because they don't have the knowledge. So my brother Mazi, thank you very much for the Tuesday participation, and we hope we will continue to engage our people and introduce ourselves to each other, so that as our leaders have brought us in this alliance, we will truly know each other. Because when we say we are into this together, the Biafran people must be introduced to the Ambazonian people, and likewise we will see the way we think, the differences, what we can pick from the Biafran, what Biafran can pick from us. If you see Ambazonia someday, he's not having water to drink, you give him water, you know that you are giving water to your brother. And likewise to us. That is how we should be.
Thank you very much, and we'll do it again next week. We appreciate your contribution, and that's why we have this program. So we'll see you again next week, and thank you for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, good afternoon.
Good morning from here. Welcome.
Yeah, I've been trying to reach you, but it's like many people are calling. Yeah, here is Chibiken Nodim. I'm calling from Switzerland. I don't know if your guest is still there with you.
No, he's gone. He left.
Okay. You know, Mazi, I tried to get this guy to talk directly with him. I sometimes I wonder if he doesn't understand the struggle we are in. You know, there are some words I might term condescending. I might term some words that he uses as condescending to the leadership.
Like what?
You know, some advice. Hello?
Like what?
You know, some advices and some callers. For example, some callers are even bringing themselves down, asking some questions that we are past beyond. I don't know if people are calling just to demean us, or they are really asking those questions for the sake of it. Now you ask me like what?
You should understand.
This guy.
Hold on. Hold on. You should understand our people. There are some things you hear me interject as to certain things we had already done. You see, when you pose a question to him, he expects that we have passed through that threshold. You see, but people bring that kind of question, bring up that kind of question. And what do you expect him to do? He's saying that.
Unbelievable.
You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
That's what it is.
I do.
You don't blame him because it's the question you pose to him. And myself, I'm saying we had already done all those things. So there's no need bringing them up. So some people bring up the questions and he gives you the answer he's supposed to give you. And he's right. You know, our structure have done the same thing. We say everything repeatedly. Look at the sit at home. Look at the yesterday honoring of the heroes and heroines. You know, some areas of Biafra did it, some didn't. Did you say that they are not aware of it? But they are Biafrans.
They are.
All right.
You know, there is another point CAPO Daniel keeps on making. You know, he has spoken about this in various points where he said we should allow those who are fighting to do what they are doing. He is right. He is right. But, you know, when you look at our own issue, it is not the way to go because, you know, that's why I tried to reach him severally, but I couldn't because I wanted to ask him always saying this, haven't he found out the problem the Ambazonia struggle has because of a diverse group? Haven't he found that that is already a problem? How do you intend to curtail all these various armed groups? So for him coming, and he has made this comment severally, and I would love to speak with him directly so that maybe I can put something to his head. How do he explain?
Let me give you the answer.
Okay.
Onyedu told you, if you know what to do to get Biafra, do it. Do it under your own name, not IPO. And that is the way struggle is made. If you come up to say you are Crocodile Force, be Crocodile Force under your own name, not under IPOB. We have IPOB. You understand what I'm saying?
But I do, Mazi. I understand clearly and perfectly. But listen, Mazi, this struggle is very dangerous and very sensitive. Even if at this point in time, your enemy can arm an opponent or a so-called agitator to keep fighting, and you believing as innocent, he is fighting the same cause like you, and then at the end, that you become opposition because you do not know who is funding him. So my point this evening is, Mazi, the worst thing IPOB will allow at this moment is to allow any armed group, right? It is not being naive, it is not being selfish, no, but we are securing our territory because you never know who is funding the other. Are you following me, Mazi?
Yeah, did we allow a Bubago?
Definitely we will never. But
right.
I know this guy, we will never.
That answers your question. We are talking about constructive group. We are not talking about a Bubago or all these people that come in the name of ESN. We've already drawn the line. We have already drawn. Let's not forget what DOS is saying. Our leader said, if you want to do anything, do it under your own name. We watch you. We are watching
Exactly.
what you're doing.
Exactly.
If it does not
Exactly.
fall in line with what we're doing, we reprimand you. Short and simple. So we can't.
Exactly. But you know, man, sorry to interject. But you know, whenever this guy uses that word, I do always notice that this stupid autopilot always say, hey, you don't see them. Why can't they allow Simon to do his? But this is not exactly what the guy is referring. So what my purpose of calling this evening is just to redirect him slightly to understand those who are fighting the same thing we are fighting, and those who are infiltrators fighting, you know, pretending that they are fighting the same thing we are fighting. These are two different things, Mazi.
Caller, believe me, he understands.
Okay, perfectly.
He very much understands. It is most of us that don't understand. He understands. They have been through it. And remember that we even attacked DOS. The very ones giving the order. So he knows what he's saying. And it is a word of advice for us. Because when you start saying you stop this person, no. Show us who you are. You come, you raise money, you're fighting. We don't see the money. We don't know where you're going with it. Did we stop you? No. We are doing exactly what he said to be done. But the thing is, do it under your name, not with IPO.
That's it. Thank you so much. Good evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. We are fighting a war of survival. And you have people with diverse views. We don't stop you. All we are telling you is that we are focused. Our leader gave us instructions as to what to do, and DOS and the HOD, they are doing it. So if you come up, you want to be a crocodile, something, be. We have people that set up a Biago, and we said, no, it's not for us. And this turned out to be killers. This turned out to be people that caused devastation in our land. Did we accept it? No. Yeah, if you might come up, you might, if you are sensible, yeah, show it, and we will accept you. Call her your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, hello, Mazi.
Good morning from here.
I remember calling from my location. Yeah, Mazi. Yeah, this matter now. I understand that why he keep on mentioning leadership. I understand what he means is he wants us or our leadership of IPB to stamp authority and educate people, and build confidence to the Biafrans that this is a country. He wants leadership to put that belief in Biafran people, to make them to understand that Biafra is a country on its own. Like when he told you that when he said that we should stop, we should rephrase by telling Nigeria to leave to allow us. No, we are country already. What we are supposed to say is Nigeria to go out from our territories. They want our leadership to make this. This guy, what he's saying now, he wants our leadership to stamp this authority and build this confidence on Biafran people to see Biafra as a country of their own. Like when he said that he asked this question, he said he is Nigeria because of lack of confidence. And he wants us to be everywhere.
Let me cut in here.
Okay.
Let me cut in here. I like people listening, and they made me happy. When you talk about leadership, is there anything that our leadership have not? Did our leadership not put order? Stop eating cow. Stop importing Fulani cows. Did they listen?
No, our leadership is doing marvelous work. They are doing their work. They are doing marvelous work.
Listen. Keep saying what you're saying, because we can't take this thing out of context, because he is here to help us, And when he says something, we should not take it in a different form. No,
I'm not taking the difference. What I'm trying to say is, he wants leadership to be more clinical, he wants them to be more tactical by making sure, as in building more confidence on our people to believe in us. As in, he wants leadership to build confidence to us, and giving us all assurance. Like when he talk about lega at home, as in, for us to believe that nothing will happen to us when we say that we are different. We want us to have that confidence that we can proud to say we are different anywhere we are, and we want leadership to build that confidence in people. You know, to make people to stand up to authority and to make us to believe, put that belief in everybody to believe, and it can be proud to say you are different anywhere you find yourself.
Yeah.
Like other words. Yeah, that's what he means by when he talk about leadership issue, and do more and on that aspect of building confidence to our people, to build for them to have that confidence within themselves. To believe that they are. So you know, like you want us to know that we are not from Nigeria. We are not from Nigeria. That we are Biafran. So we have to know this, and this is our boundaries. So even like we will now pushing Nigeria to go. We have to rephrase our like she said, good. We have to rephrase. What we're saying is let Nigeria go out from our land. Because we and them are not the same. They come to our country. They are imposing a lot of things in our country. We don't want that. They want them to leave us alone, go on their own way. Not them to allow us to go. No, they should pack up from our territory and leave us alone.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good said and done. But our people must learn to follow instructions. If DOS gives instruction, they shouldn't listen to any other person. But what DOS has said and then implement it. You know. Thank you, Mazi. Normally, every difference is following the US. You see all those protesters, all those ones, they are just wasting their time. Of course, everybody believes in leadership. Everybody believes in the US because they are get them by now. If we assuming that they are following all these supporters, by now we are finished. Everybody all believe in the US. There are many callers. Let's get to them. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning from here.
My name is HK. I'm calling here from USA, Midwest. Mazi, just listening to the program that you have today for our guests. I think I have a little bit. I got something I want to add on it. When he talking about the principle and obeying the rules. You know, it's not like about obeying the rules. It's about being together, being as one, and agreeing on you. You know, one thing our people, you know, they always think about today, and that is the big problem we have in ourselves, because we always think about today. We never think about tomorrow and next, and what's gonna happen tomorrow and next. What he was saying is, these people call themselves governor and the politician that we have in Biafra land, especially, they're allowing themselves to be deceived. And then when they're allowing themselves to deceive, and they also come to deceive us, you see, the enemy is using them to enforce whatever their agenda they have. They're using them a lot. And our people is dancing the door. Why they are dancing the door? Because of the way they are suppressing us. You can see a governor can come today, our people hailing it. Why are you hailing the governor? This man never built any infrastructure. This man never built any manufacturing. There is no steady electricity. There is no good road. Why are you hailing this man? Because he gave these people 1 naira. He gave this person 2 naira. And he become the king. But you forgot that money is what he's supposed to be using to develop your own state, your own city. When you come to Biafra land, there is no road for any county, a little village or whatever the community you have. There is no road there. The only road you can have in Biafra land is only federal road, and most of them is not good. But that is the governors and the local government responsibility to make sure there is a road, there is a sewer line, all these small roads, all these communities, all these small county communities. That is their responsibility. And the governor will come and post how much he have. For the first time and the first place, have you seen this governor come on scene when he was a little or when he was kid? How much did he have? And how come he have all this so much money? And he cannot boast because he have all these military and soldiers protecting him, and he putting all those sufferness to the people and betraying his own people and making his own people begging for money, begging for food, begging for anything. So that's what I understand that is going on there. Is the time our people started realizing that these people they're hailing, that is not their right. That is our own right to tell them what to do. That is the reason why I'm saying that any police, any military, any of forces, because they are the problem that we have, because they can go order them now. The zoo called Nigeria, they now have a lot of missionaries, people from another country, and they sign them onto the police army. Because we keep crying this. Now they can do whatever they want to do and go free. That is the reason why I was suggesting that we're supposed to having all this hate in any community in Biafra land, so that they cannot have all this advance just to go in one community and kill as much as they like and they left.
Thank you, Mazi.
That's the reason why we can have. So, Mazi, let me leave it right here, because what we're saying now is how to find ourselves to look at what we have for. Because that's the reason why we're asking for referendum. And the referendum is the key, because the politicians and all this, they don't want to grant us referendum. And let them forget the revolution is very bad for them, because that's only two choices they're gonna have: either grant us referendum or we're gonna start a revolution. That is the only way we can achieve what we want. It's not only us, Middle Belt, Oduduwa, Yorubas, and even Hausas. That's the only way we can achieve this, because we cannot keep on letting these people using us and doing anything they like. We have to start.
Let me get the other person. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, will I say good morning to you, Dr. Alozie, my veteran. My name is Mazi Udemba, and I'm calling from my location this morning. I am grateful to the callers today. Most of them, they are from the United States of America. I'm grateful, I'm so grateful to them. Mazi Alozie, I want to say something today. I don't know whether I'm right or wrong, but I have to say my mind. Mazi Alozie, it is time that we separate from the politicians and the so-called leaders in Biafra land. Because at the end of the day, they will not tell us after the election or so that they win. We have to leave these people, let them go their own way. If they want to go into politics, they should go to Abuja or go to the north. For now, they don't know that they are not even safe in Abuja. Russians, they came into his house from the roof, and this is where they are hoping to go to. I'm saying we have to part with them just for our own safety, because these people, they don't understand what is going on. I'm telling you the truth. They don't even know their left and right. And I'm telling, I thank those people calling from United States, because our struggle is making impact. They are not speaking up. Just to see Russians after maltreating us, see what he's saying. See Peter Obi going from one party to the other. Where will he go to? He should know that he can never rule this country. But in Biafra, he has opportunity to come and use his brain to develop our people. And we say, oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We squash our opportunities, and we keep going after stupid one Nigeria. I don't know where the oneness is and what they expect. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi, are you talking to me?
Yeah, go ahead. Good morning.
Good morning. Good evening from here. Our able veteran. Indeed, it's a wonderful privilege once again to have access to this wonderful platform. And my name is Mazi. I came from Maka in Ipob province, Biafra land. But I live and serve the indigenous people of Biafra here in Russia. Actually, before I proceed, I just want to greet and thank all Biafra worldwide global family for making our leader Mazi Kanu proud yesterday. Many countries, I saw a lot of things. That is the way we honor our heroes. That shows that the IPOB global family is intact. Those that are saying that we are divided, since our leader is no more there, we let of fractions and all whatnot. Yesterday, all their allegations, all their expectations were put to shame because what happened even yesterday, internet was about to crash. Even today was about to crash because of the event of Biafran Hero Day. It's really wonderful. So I thank all the Biafrans who made it possible in all countries. I thank everybody, no matter the little contribution you contributed to make it happen. So may Elohim bless all of us and also give us more grace and more courage to continue cooperating with the present leadership of IPOB under Mazi and Mazi Tonjurumike. Indeed, we made them proud yesterday. And even the memo that they have released showing the appreciation to all of us, I appreciate it from them. Here in Russia also, I just want to thank the great IPOB family here in Russia for all the people that came out yesterday to make our leader and us proud. So I pray that he will bless all the IPOB Russian family that attended. And also those that are still contemplating, those that didn't come. They saw yesterday that no human being, no person can be able to stop Biafra the project. So that's this call is just to show appreciation. So Mazi, thank you so much for what you're doing for our motherland.
Thank you.
And also I pray that bless you and also bless our leader Mazi Kanu. And as we expect that he come out in that very, very soon to come and lead us into this great holy land of Biafra. Thank you, Mazi, for having me. I'm signing off for here, Russia Federation.
Thank you very much. That line dropped. So caller, your name and where you calling from? Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good morning to you from your side and good evening from here.
Welcome.
Ndewo, my veteran. Ndewo. I want to celebrate you, Mazi Alozie. I want to celebrate you for giving us the voice to speak. I want to celebrate you for the life you've given to our people. You were there during this war and you're still standing, fighting the second time. And then I know that this second time it will come to pass. And we are going to celebrate you, our veteran, and also all the veterans, Mazi Emmanuel, and also our veteran that just called from Biafra land, Madu Demba, and the other veterans. We are going to celebrate all of you live in this new Biafra that is coming, and it's coming very, very soon. Having said that, Mazi Alozie, thank you for the wisdom you used in answering my question yesterday. Thank you so much. Mazi, our brother that just come online, I think he has spoken it very, very well and very clear. And then the brother called from America, his question was not bad, just that he was bringing more light to what he was saying, and you also made it very clear to our people that the person you are talking to knows everything, knows who is IPOB, who knows who is not. You know, so I appreciate him and I appreciate you for also stepping in so that it doesn't look as if we need to call him back to come and answer some of these questions. Now, the clip that you played, I lived in the north, you know, that's why I cry on Lady Biafra every time, asking people that are in the north to come back, because they have not run that run. I have Abagom Dioso twice, you know, so I know what it is. They will overwhelm you. It doesn't matter where you are. The man was saying that they should divide Araba Nigeria. That now Igbo people wants to do business with them, they will cheat you. Then the Igbo people created unknown government, they are going to create theirs, and they're using that unknown government to be killing their people in the east. So they are going to do the same thing, and they're asking the government to divide Nigeria now when it's too early. And when they will start their killing, they will kill anybody they see. So they're asking nicely for Nigeria. That's actually the center of his topic. Mostly he was saying that in Biafra land, there's no market in Biafra land that has any Fulani or any Hausa man. There's no shop you can go and find Fulani man trading in those shops, in those markets, apart from we the Biafrans. They will come to their place, we own the whole shops. He talked about so many evil that he's saying, according to his take, our people are doing. And our people are not honest. So, and he keep on calling us Anyamili, which is one of the worst things that happened to our people when they were asking for water, when they were dying. So these people are asking the government. And that's why if these people that call themselves Biafrans can be able to listen to the voice of the reason, it doesn't matter how much you have, it doesn't matter what business, what building you have, your life is more important. When they come openly to make this threat the way they do it now, when that man was saying it, if you listen on the background, you hear Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. By the time they are doing this, they have already started killing. Don't be surprised. They are already cornering people, slaughtering people without anybody knowing. And when they are doing that, they keep on saying Allah Akbar. Those people don't threat like us. Threat, and then just like the deputy as Ambazonia was saying now, they kill straight. So we need to stand up for ourselves and separate ourselves from Nigeria. I also love what Man Domba said. We divide, saying election no, politicians no. We all are asking for Biafra, and there's no election, because they also mentioned that there's no Igbo man that is going to protest or that is going to have a rally in the northern part of Zoo saying he's going to do election. He wants people to be seeking for vote. If you do that, they are going to kill a lot of people for doing that. So Nigeria have already been divided. And we're already Biafran, just like I love the program today so much. I don't know where to touch and where not to touch. Everything that comes out from the radio this evening have made me think much better as a Biafran than before. Mazi, I want to thank you. I want to appreciate you. Long live Mazi Alozie, long live all veterans, Mazi Ipitas, long live Biafrans, long live the DOS and Eastern Security Network. Thank you so much, Mazi.
Thank you. Thank you. We are heading towards the end of the program. Tomorrow, Nangwa Day, the Ngwa people will be here. Enjoy their program too. This is Radio Biafra USA. We are coming to you live and direct. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. They told you. The one that I was looking for is the clip I was gonna let people listen to. The lady talking about the tomato that Fulani man injected, and you're consuming it. You don't know how to drive the Fulani man away. Call her your name and where you calling from.
Yeah, Dr. Chukwemeka, thank you for taking my call. Yeah. You're speaking to a brother who's the scavenger. I'm calling from Africa Sud. Africa Sud is South Africa. Biafrans, I greet you all. IPOB members, I greet you. I greet my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a prisoner of conscience, who set up this radio Biafra to educate us. Mazi Alozie, I must greet you immensely. And because we don't have, I don't have enough words to say thank you, but you know that you walk in spirit, and God have already blessed you, maintain your blessing. Because even this morning, this afternoon, when our brother, our brother, Mazi was talking also, he was telling us having about 1977 already, how he have even been to London, when some of us have not even been born, and he's still fighting today. He has been in Nigeria even when one kobo is more than dollar. But he has seen that everything has fallen apart, and he's the one educating us today. But where we have problem is our people. And that is, you can see the man you brought here today. I thank you for bringing the man, because the man is telling us everything. First of all, he let us to know that we must not fight the war, the freedom through the framework of the Nigeria law. We mustn't fight it through their framework, because there is no way we can defeat them through their own framework. Because there is no way that is implied also to governor is also included in this, because they work with the Nigeria framework, Nigeria law. That we should not participate in election. That we should not ask the Fulanis to leave and let us go. Where are they letting us go when we are in Biafra land? If they want to be in our place, they can be. We are not chasing them, but they must not commit crime in our place. That is what our leader said. They can be in home, they can rent a home like we rent. That is the difference between we and them. We are not the same. And Biafrans, as I'm speaking to you now, I'm telling you what I've witnessed in Fulani, in Hausa land. I live in a house. If any Biafra knows where it's called Tuduwada, after Tuduwada, you get to Rimi Kebe in Kanu State. And I've witnessed a well that is full with the head of Biafrans during the war. I've saw it myself. I'm not saying that somebody said this is first experience. Because as this thing is happening now, there are some Biafrans who stay inside that their house, which they don't allow anybody enter. Even if a Biafra want to visit you, he will say, no, you can't enter there. They just put small curtain. Only their people. You don't see their women. And there was a quarrel that day that made them to show me that well that is full of Biafra head. Full of dead Biafran head during the war. I saw it myself in Rimi Kebe. After Rimi Kebe, you get to do Wada in Kano State. Anybody who has been in Kano State, see it. These people, they have told you that you are taught. They have told you there is nothing they have not told you. What is that make you a Biafra to love money more than your life? Because money can be gained. Even if you lose 50 million today, and tomorrow you are alive, you can even get 1 million and still alive and still enjoy your life. It might not be the same as somebody who has 50 million, but as long as Biafra exists, you will enjoy with that 1 million more than somebody in Nigeria with 50 million. That is what we are telling you to do. Thank you, Mazi, because the program today. Please try your best to be bringing this man to be coming often and often. DOS knows all these things, and they are the people who hear. Our DOS are the people who hear. They even work like as if they're Democrats, because they listen to us. They know all those things, and that is why even when one of the people we think are with us are using our name forcefully, we didn't say they must not fight for freedom. Let them fight for freedom, but they should not hide under us and they counter anything DOS say. That means you are sabotage. You are sabotaging. We don't need to call their name, but you know what you're doing. Thank you for taking my call. Biafrans, I love you. IPOB members, you are my blood. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you. We are headed to the end of this program. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Good afternoon. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Simon. I am calling from America, Spain. I want to use this opportunity to thank every IPOB family member and our able leader Mazi, Nnamdi, wherever he may be, and all the Biafrans and IPOB family members all over the world for their wonderful respect to the death hero program yesterday all over the world. soon we're gonna be celebrating this type of Heroes Day in our home. Thank you, Mazi. And our guest, Ambazonia brothers, thank you for coming. You know, I want every one of us to know this. You know, this our freedom, like our leaders used to say. He said, this our freedom is different from every kind of freedom in the world. And we are seeing a lot of things happening. We are seeing a lot of things going on. We know that all this thing will pop up. But soon they will die out. Original will remain. IPOB is an institution. I know some questions some people ask, like, I thank you, my veteran Mazi, the way you address it. Most of these things we have gone beyond it, but see that any day anybody wake up, anytime anybody wake up, follow the movement, the journey, is welcomed. But we must still continue doing what we are doing. We are not distracted. We know what we are doing, and we know who we are following. Like, if you take some of his message, 2014, he has reviewed all these things. There was a time he said, we haven't abandoned him yet, but he prepared himself to be abandoned. But Chukwuka never allow it to happen. So, thank everybody, people waking up, people falling out, coming in, and we know that our enemies, they're gonna call us name, they're gonna portray us. So we have to remain strong on this. BBC, they know what they're doing to us.
Thank you, man.
They know. Okay, Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I know the time is over, but we must continue. We are not distracted. Those that are distracted are distracted. We are not. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Thank you very much. We are first heading to the end of this program. Call number. We've got it 2 minutes. Then we will go up the air. The guy from Russia. You've been bounced on and up. So I want to give you a chance because each time I want to click yours, it bounces up. So see if you can get it in. Live broadcast from Radio Biafra USA. We are not going to succumb. No way. There's no way we are going to. Caller, you have 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes.
Okay, Mazi.
I will advise you to call tomorrow, Mazi. There's no point.
Okay.
Just
okay. Thank you.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. This is where we'll be ending the program because I don't know if South Africa is coming. I have to respect their space, and I thank all of you that participated. Live broadcast from Radio Biafra, and it is coming to an end. We'll be on air again tomorrow, and for anybody that didn't call in, call in again tomorrow because some of these topics we'll be dealing with it again tomorrow. Because of our guest, most of you forgot why what we were saying, and it just came up to be the same thing, and that's why I'm calling again tomorrow because some of these topics we'll be dealing with it again tomorrow. Because of our guest, most of you forgot why what we were saying, and it just came up to be the same thing, and that's why calling again tomorrow because some of these topics we'll be dealing with it again tomorrow. Because of our guest, most of you forgot why what we were saying, and it just came up to be the same thing, and that's why calling again tomorrow because some of these topics we'll be dealing with it again tomorrow.